Mr. Timmy, good day, good day.
Hey, Hope.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay, surviving. It's been a little chillier today than usual, but
Mm.
I went for a run today. Actually,
Nice.
I went for a run yesterday and today, and I'm like
How
really
long?
sore. Oh, like just to Young and back. So I don't know, it's like 4
5K?
kilometers, just under
Yeah,
5K,
close to
just under 5.
5K. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Oh, did your squat rack arrive
No,
from Rogue? Not
no, no,
yet.
no,
Okay.
dude. It's like I think I'm kind of scared. So yes, I bought the squat rack. I also bought the arms, the spotter arms. It came in.
Nice.
When I bought the rack, the arms were out of stock. But
Okay.
then a couple days ago, I got the email notification, hey, they're in stock. So I bought that.
Yeah.
I, I cannot find weights anywhere on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
I am scared that I'm gonna buy this stand. It's gonna sit in the garage, and it's just gonna tease me every day. It's just like, I'm here, use me. But I can't. Like, benches are available. The
Yeah.
Olympic bar is available, but
Yeah.
I don't want to buy an Olympic bar because when weights come in, I want to get a weight set, and usually I find those come with a bar.
Oh,
So
I see.
anyway, long story short, I like the last time I check, I've been trying to check every couple days, and like every store sold out. If I
Mm.
go to like Kijiji, they're very very expensive.
Mm.
So I'm envious of your rack in the background there that I could see.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I guess Rogue sells bumper plates too, right?
Yeah, but they're very expensive.
They're very too expensive, I
Dude,
see.
they sell bars for like $500.
Yeah, I was really surprised. Like Olympic bar and weights are so fucking expensive.
So expensive, dude.
Yeah,
Like
damn.
I don't know. Part of
Oh,
me is
that's
like,
crazy.
I was thinking the other day, like, at what point do I just stop waiting for the cheaper weights and just pull the trigger on like the weight and bar set from Rogue, for example? Like, how much of a
Oh,
premium do I
ooh,
put
yeah,
on
yeah,
time? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. How much is the bar and weight like set from Rogue? Do you know?
oh, I don't remember, but I know like Treadmill Factory
Mm.
with the steel plates, I think it's like $500, $550.
Oh, but it's just out of stock.
It's just out of stock.
Damn.
Yeah. They also have
I see.
a bar and the rubber, like the weight set, but like they got the
Yeah, yeah,
rubber
yeah,
on
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
That's like $650.
Really? I want those. I need to buy some bumper plates because they're like bumper plates are awesome when it comes down to like
What do you
if you're
have?
doing like I have I just have like steel plate. It's covered in like rubber,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
not it's like very thinly coated. It's not
I
like a
see.
like you can't like drop it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What? So what?
Yeah.
So if you get the bumper plate, would that change anything? Like, you're not like you're not like what benefit would you get with your bumper plates?
Right, like especially like if you're doing hip bridge, like a bridges or a deadlift, or if you ever do like cleans or like jerk
I
movements,
see.
then like I guess that's like Rogue is more well known in the CrossFit community and powerlifting community type or Olympic lifting. So I guess like they wanted to like bounce off nicely.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
I only know about it just because like Matt Frazier and like
yeah, yeah,
CrossFit.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway, have you been
Anyway,
working out? What have you been up to? Everything's okay?
yes, yes. I've been working out. My legs gotten weak. It's weird.
Oh, you don't do any walking. You're not doing squats as much as you used to.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. So
You just notice you're not squatting as much.
I know. Like it's like like what is it? 235 is like after 10 reps, I'm like, oh, so like this is heavy. Like it's just, yeah, usually it shouldn't be, but I mean like when we went back to the gym it was 1 week. And then I felt okay. That week I worked on my legs 3 times.
Oh,
I was done. I was done. I was like, I can't. My back hurts so much. Like I
right,
can't. Yeah,
right,
that
right,
was crazy.
right.
But right. I guess what was it like? Right. We had like 2 3 months off. Got a week back, and then I guess now another extended. Who knows? Who knows how long? So I think and when it goes this long, there must be some impact to your
Oh, of course,
like,
of
right?
course, of
I
course.
assume. Yeah, I
And
think
just
that's
think,
what's happening.
yeah, and like not even just that. Like just think of how like think of all the steps that you're not doing by just not even walking to work.
Yeah.
Like that's just like an extra.
Yeah.
And I know it's little, but like how much?
Oh no, no,
How,
no. I think I'm getting at least like 7,000 steps less per day.
yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
it's
huge.
pretty
Just
big.
moving on.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So you said, I mean, you were back what doing legs 3 times? Like
No, no, no.
or
I'm
like, oh,
just that week. Not anymore.
okay,
Nowadays, just once a week.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I know that in in the people who do a lot of working out, right? In
Yeah.
that workout community, in the fitness community, what like social media is a big part
Yeah.
of that life, right? Because I
Uh-huh.
know today we're going to talk about social media a little bit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I guess to start us off, what are like? I mean, how how is social media playing into your life right now? If I can ask, like,
Social
what is
media.
how does it like?
Yes.
What is whatever? However you want to, that's a big umbrella term, but like how does
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
how do you incorporate it into your life? How do you use it? How do you not use it?
I see. Yes. So I just have Facebook for literally just to keep up with my friends. So
Okay, so what does
Facebook
that mean?
friends,
Yeah.
I like my number of friends is very small. So I don't just like go add people
Right.
if I don't actually know them or
Right.
talk to them. And I also get rid of people
Yes.
on Facebook just
Yes.
because it's like that's what I use it for. Instagram, on the other hand, I have 2 accounts, but I want to get rid of one of them because I never use it. But I don't. It's like connected to the Facebook account, so it's like I wish it wasn't, so then I can easily get rid of it, but I can't. I gotta figure that out. I
Okay.
don't know how to. Yeah, because like both accounts are connected to one Facebook account. So
I
I just
see.
toggle.
I
Yeah,
see.
but
I see.
I
Okay.
want to get rid of one of them. But anyway, so one Instagram account that I use the most is to like post workout videos.
Mhm.
And also like I specifically just follow like fitness personality or other people who have like great ideas who does like similar things.
In the
um,
world of in the fitness community.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like I actually get some ideas from them, and it
Sure. Yeah.
like someone like Mark Bell. I love Mark Bell. He
Is he like a
power lifter.
okay?
He has like what's his gym? He has a gym out west. It's the strongest gym out west. They pride in that because like it's a powerlifting gym and like freaking they're
Sorry, what? Sorry,
monsters.
strongest gym? What like as in
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the average
They
strength is like how does
You know,
that
like
like?
in powerlifting, it's like basically you have weight class and how much total weight can you lift.
Oh,
Yeah. So
damn!
their gym holds the strongest records, I believe.
Holy fuck! So probably some
Yeah.
big dudes.
Yeah, some big dudes or small dudes,
Oh
like
yeah,
small
yeah,
dudes, because like they have weight class for
yeah,
everything. So,
yeah.
um, so yeah. Anyway, so like I actually really like his content because one, motivational. Second,
Sure.
uh, it's like because he actually explains techniques.
Mm.
And like yeah, so I can actually watch it and learn. It's like, oh shit, I do that. Like
Mm.
when I do squats, I do low bar, so my back kind of like leans forward a little too much.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay,
I
okay.
should really look out for not to do that. Get my hip down first, and then like get that kind of stuff. So I use Instagram for that, and I noticed, like on your phone, you have the like screen time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh.
it's a lot, eh?
It's a lot. I do
Okay,
look at it a lot. It seems,
okay.
yeah,
So, so we talked about Facebook. Sorry, before we went, so when you say Facebook is used to connect with friends, like what does that mean? Like just to like tell them happy
mm,
birthday on their birthday, or like what
mm,
is it to set up group events? Like when you say it's to stay connected, what
yeah,
specifically like are you talking about there?
yes. So, like my feed, it's all just, I guess, either the group that I'm in
Mm,
or my friends post, and that's it.
okay,
I don't really see much of like there are personalized ads,
sure.
definitely,
Yeah.
but um, I don't know. What sometimes people talk about is like, oh, I'm seeing all these content that has nothing to do with me nor my friends. I don't know. Like I think there must be a different section where you go. and
Yeah,
actually like look
yeah.
at like videos or something, but not for me. So I use it for, yeah, like you said, like it reminds me of like my friend's birthday, so that's
Mhm,
good.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
one.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
I can tell them happy birthday. Or if there's like a life event and they do share it on Facebook,
Right.
then I'll be like, oh, this is great. Oh, like, and I
I see.
actually learn about the whatever's happening in their life if they do share it. If they don't share
Right,
it,
right,
that's what
right.
it is.
Okay.
I did use some of my friends. They like to use Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, yeah,
So also like kind of use that for that too.
yeah,
Like they don't
yeah,
use WhatsApp,
yeah,
like depending on where they live, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah. So
Okay. So Facebook,
yeah,
Instagram,
yeah.
anything else? Like,
Uh, oh yes, I used to use Snapchat. Not
okay.
anymore,
Any
but
particular reason? Okay. Yeah.
I still have it
Yeah.
for. I watch news on it, which is
Oh.
hilarious. Yeah.
So, so like, when like, do like news agencies have a Snapchat account? Like, is that
Yes. Yes.
okay?
So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So I follow Telegraph to see like what's going on in UK,
Sure. Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
then I follow NBC for
Yeah. Okay.
US, Good Luck America for US,
Okay.
and then Kobini for French news.
Oh, like France
Yeah,
French or Quebec French?
no, France French.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Very
That's really
interesting.
interesting.
So yeah,
So is that so? Let me ask you this. So okay. So Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and then what? Anything else?
no, that's it.
Okay. So okay. So does that mean? Oh, wait. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Um. So are those three in your regular life routine? As in, like when you wake up in the morning, like the like I'm assuming everyone has like a thing, right? You check this, you check
Yeah,
that. So do you go through all three? Like, is that like part of your daily routine?
yeah,
Okay. 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 Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah. So I, as soon as I wake up, Instagram,
Yeah.
and then after work, Facebook,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then at night before I go to bed, uh, Snapchat for news.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
interesting. That's interesting. Okay. That's good. That's
yeah.
I mean, it sounds very tip. I mean, I don't actually. I was just gonna say it sounds typical, but I don't know what typical is or isn't.
Depending on age group, I assume it's like different, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What about you, Hope? What do you use?
So the biggest, like, going back to that whole time screen share thing, the biggest
Mm,
one I would use, the most time I spend on, and the one that go back to the most frequently is probably Reddit. Like for
mm,
100%. Like I go to
mm,
Reddit a lot more than anything else. So it's Reddit and then it's Instagram. And then that's it. I have Facebook. I have Snapchat, but I don't even think I have logged in on my current phone.
mm.
Um, and I have a Twitter account,
Mm.
but Twitter is like really, and I'll get to Twitter in a second. But yeah, no, it's just those two. It's Reddit every day, and even with Reddit, I don't have the Reddit app. I just go to
Oh.
the mobile desktop because I don't know if it might be different now. But when I downloaded the Reddit app a little while ago, it had the infinite scroll feature. So, and I didn't like it because I noticed that if you have the app, like, and you're from, Reddit, right? Like, I mean, have you
Yeah,
been to
yeah,
Reddit? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
So one thing I noticed was like, there's a Reddit front page. You go to reddit.com and it gives you like the what they call the front page or whatever, right? I noticed that I think the Reddit app, once you go to the front page, first of all, you can just keep scrolling until you'll forever scroll, right?
yeah.
Which is dangerous from a time suck perspective, at least for me.
Yeah.
The other thing I noticed was if you open up the Reddit app, you get your front page and you close it, right? And you open it up again, it would change what is there. So you would see something new
Mm-hmm.
every single time. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I didn't like that because it's just another way for me to kind of get sucked into the page. So what I
Yeah.
noticed was if you just open up like the browser and you go to reddit.com, the front page doesn't change as fast because it just like there's no algorithm to switch it up. I think it's just the
Mm,
front page that everyone sees. That's number one. So if I check back every half an hour, it's the same thing. So I'm
mm,
not tempted to go back to it every single time, if that makes sense.
mm.
And the other thing on the mobile browser is it's paginated. So when I scroll to the bottom of the page, it's like, okay, I'm done on the front page. I'm done. Like it's like there's like a definitive stop.
Mm.
So like it's it's another way for me to kind of be like, okay, I've checked one page, I've checked 2 pages of Reddit, I need to get off now, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what I do. And then Instagram is the other one. But Instagram is mostly obviously friends, because like my social group tend to update stuff through Instagram. And it's a lot of sports. I follow a lot of sports leagues, so like NBA, NHL, UFC stuff. But and then Twitter, I've noticed recently Twitter's popping up a lot of notifications on my feed. And on Twitter, I follow a lot of like news and not politicians, journalists and stuff like that. But Twitter is like, for me, like it's a cesspool. Like you go in and you start reading comments, and it's just like it's, in my opinion, when I go into Twitter, it's like everything that's wrong with like social, like it's just nonsense. So I don't really spend a lot of time on it. And yeah, that's it.
Twitter seems like people post so many times per day.
Yeah.
It just never stops. Like it's crazy. Whereas in Instagram, sure. But I specifically try not to follow the people who post so much, because it's like you're literally spamming my like page. Like I would like to get some diversity, right?
Yeah.
So then I just like, no, no, I just get rid of them.
Okay. So so you mentioned you use Instagram. Like that would you say that that's the one you use the most?
Yes.
Question for you. On your homepage, is it mostly friends? Is it mostly companies? Is it like influence? Like what's your mix? I'm curious to know.
Yes. Not many friends, because like this account, like I don't even use my name, right?
Right.
As you know. Yeah, because it's very specifically just for fitness. So
gotcha.
I try not to post nothing much personal. Like it's about, and I think Instagram has like a lot more focus on what, like, this is what I'm offering from my page, versus it's like, or I guess some people are like, just, oh, this is my life and I just like to share.
And I guess actually we should mention that the Instagram, like when we talk about Instagram for you, the page that you're talking about, it's like it's not like it's a dedicated channel for fitness, right? Like there's like a specific theme to it, right? Yeah, right. Versus mine is just like a personal, like it's just my account.
Oh, beautiful pictures of hope. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. That's why I have 0 followers. People are like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. Okay. So because of that, so I guess it sounds like your main page is just fitness stuff. And is your search, like, the search page?
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
My home, like as soon as I like open up the feed that shows up before I go to like the search button.
Yeah.
So at the home page, it's just whomever I follow,
right?
And like sponsored, because like Instagram gotta make money, so obviously, based on my interest, I guess they push specific content to me that other people paid for, to increase the visibility of themselves. So it's those two. Yeah, it's just like whomever I follow, content from them, and then sponsored.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. But when I go to search, then it's a little different. When I go to search, then it's a little more expanded, because like I also like to watch like dance videos. So then in the search, I think it's a mix of all of it. I guess they must know what I sometimes search, or yeah, I don't necessarily go follow this person, but then I keep visiting their profile.
Yeah.
Or what do you know?
Well, exactly. It's like the more time you spend on a page, if you share anything, if you like anything, all of that feeds into. That's why I'm always curious to ask what people's search feed is, because it's a tailored view of your interests at any given time.
Yeah.
So okay, so I get dance stuff. Okay, cool. So I guess, is it like, we all hear about all the negative things of social media, right?
Yeah.
As far as Instagram is concerned, for you, because it's so focused on fitness and something that you're interested in, do you think you're exposed to the negative aspects of social media as much as like someone else would be?
So I think social issues or political issues, 0. I get 0.
Right.
But there are some like body image issue type of stuff that comes up that
Yep.
other people share, but it's like other people sharing. So
Yeah,
I guess I do see that sometimes. It's like like there's like I guess there's a trend of like people celebrating specific body type, like thinner than like, yeah, and things like that. But so, and I guess Instagram or any social media could really encourage that, because like let's say if I keep liking like potentially I guess like thinner really fit people, then I guess I could be contributing to or just I'm making my feed to be just all these beautiful looking people,
that becomes your
hence
standard.
yeah, and like that is that really realistic? Everybody edits their photos and things like that,
Yeah,
so like there's a lot of fake stuff going on.
yeah, yeah. Do you think knowing that it's fake changes anything?
No, like I think the people that I follow, unless they're like they have like millions of followers, like those people, even then I think they just use steroids and they actually look like that. Yeah, and that's great because they
Yeah,
just fucking look amazing, and
yeah.
that's fine. Like, but then
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through steroids. So
I see.
it's just like I know like there's like a um something that separates. Like even if I take steroids, I know I'm not gonna look like that. Like I
Do
think it
you?
takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Who
Right.
knows?
Right.
But it
Yeah.
takes a lot of effort, and like, there's like genetic, and like you really have to like
Yeah. Yeah.
go
Yeah.
for it. So,
Yeah.
but like I see that as more like a inspiration. That's not
Right.
necessarily like, oh my god, I'm so insecure.
I see.
It's
So
like
use it
I'm
as
just the
like
numbers.
positive fuel to like
Yeah,
pursue your goals.
yeah. Do you know Machiavelli motivation?
Machiavelli, you've shared some of that stuff. Yes, it's
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like gym motivation stuff. Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
but it's always like Ronnie Coleman, lightweight baby, and then just fucking leg pressing 2,000 pounds. So like, I'm not. I know even if I take steroids, I would never be able to
Right.
lift that much.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm just like, this is great. Yeah,
No, it's good. So it's positive fuel. It's like it's like in a like to motivate you to go or and stuff like that to the gym.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. What's your experience?
So it's a couple things, right? So if I were to reflect on my experience with social media, right? So I guess the first big one for me was Facebook because I never had MySpace.
Mm.
So growing up, MySpace just like I just missed the boat. Like I just never really got into it. My friends had it, but I just never had it.
Mm.
So I remember I got Facebook, and it was like I got it when it was still like you needed to be in school. You needed to like have like you needed to be in high school or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. So I
Oh,
still remember when you needed to join, you needed to either be in school and you needed to be young. Like you needed to
okay.
be a kid.
Yeah.
And I had it, but I didn't like I was never big into like my relationship with social media is I consume, but I rarely give. If that makes
Mm.
sense. I consume content, but I don't really post a lot of content.
Mm.
And then I think in university, like during university, I would kind of regularly post like a status or like a photo and stuff like that. And then the one thing, and then I kind of stopped with the statuses. But the one thing I continued to do during university was I would post a lot of photos.
Mm.
And part of it was because I use it as like a bit of a photo repository, like
Yeah.
photographs of my life, and here it is. But then a couple things. Number one, I discovered like external hard drives, which you can easily just store your photos on.
Okay.
And the other thing, like I used to post somewhat like not regularly, but every once in a while on social. But the one thing I noticed about myself was every time I would post something, whether it's like a photo or like a status on Facebook, after I'd post it, I would get really like all I could think about was like, are people liking it? How many likes am I getting? Like
Yeah.
in my head, I remember distinctly, like I would think like this got like 20 likes or whatever, right? And then I'd be like, oh shit, like after I post, I'm just kind of waiting by the phone just to being like, can I get more likes?
Yeah.
And I really didn't like that. I really, really did not like that. So ever since then, I like, because my attention goes just towards that after I post, I really stopped like really cut down on the number of posts that I do. And even now, like Instagram, I'll post every once in a while, but I find myself falling into the trap of like, I'll post something and it's like, how many likes did I get?
Yeah.
And like, this is coming from someone that like has very little social media. And the thing is like, I don't know if I posted more, would that feeling of wanting more likes, like, would that disappear? I don't know, but it's not something I'd be willing to like try to do. So right now, like, first of all, I don't think I have anything interesting to share, number one. Number two, when I post it, that the next couple of hours, my mind is like, I'm just thinking of like, you know, who liked it, who didn't like it. And I really don't like that. So that's kind of my approach with social media. I don't know if I don't know if you like what your thoughts are or whatever.
That's very wise. So like with Instagram, it's like, because it gives you a lot of insight into your data, and there are other apps you could use to get insight into like what's your engagement, like how many followers actually like your stuff, comment your stuff, etc.
Oh, you can get that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it's what I think that's valuable later, especially if you're trying to use your social media and try to monetize it. Like right, like you can actually go to someone and say, hey, this is my influence. And this is the type of product I'm interested in, like, and here's what I can offer, right? Like things like that. So once you get to some type of like influencer levels, and I guess that's like a good stats to have. Yeah, like it's like, for example, if I only have male followers, I try to sell something for female. That's like like the company shouldn't invest money in that person. That doesn't make sense. But like it's it's like so easy to compare. Your like previous post got these many likes. I used this type of hashtag, and this is how much reach I had. Like I reached like way more than like the current post. And why is that? And like it takes a lot of effort and time. Like
so hold on, like, can you see this stuff? Like every time you post something, do you get this data?
Yes.
That's kind of cool. Like it's interesting from like a data mining kind of perspective.
Yeah, indeed. But also it hooks you. Because then it's like, oh, what the fuck? Like I used exactly the same hat. Like, why did this one do better than the other one?
Yeah.
And then in terms of hashtag, because like that one gets you the reach. Like not necessarily. So it tells you how many people you have reached with the post, and it gives you like breakdown of like what are the top 4 things that gave you the most reach. And so things could be like profile, people just stumbling upon your profile and then liking your post. Or it's from home, as in home probably is most likely your already followers, because like from their home feed, they saw your post and liked it.
I see. Yeah.
Place is another one. Like say if I tag Toronto, Ontario, and then people went to the Toronto, Ontario and saw my post and they liked it.
I see.
There is like other, I don't know what other is. I'm not sure what that is. But and then there's hashtag. So depending on the hashtag, like if it trends and you go to that hashtag, then I guess like if your post is doing well, then it's gonna like chart at the top versus like with the time and it not as many people liking it, and it goes to the bottom type of stuff. So it gives you all that data.
That's very useful. I think it's very useful, especially if you want to like monetize it, like you said. But go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. But it also like it's very time consuming, because like you can do some analytics and say like, oh, like when I use these type of hashtags, my followers seem to like it, or like I'm getting the most reach because so like like it's a trial and error, and then figuring out what works for you, what works for your followers, and etc. So like it I would say it takes time. It's time consuming.
But other than that though, like I mean, like I said, like if you want to monetize it, or if you want to like develop like a base of users, like all of that information would be incredibly useful, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But also it's like I guess like you could really obsess over the numbers, like you say, like how many likes, how many comments, what's my engagement. Yeah. And then like I'm sure people might freak out. It's like, oh my God, my engagement dropped by 2%. What the hell happened? Like who knows? I don't know.
I hear a lot of that about like like if you want to start an Instagram page, a YouTube page, like one of the key metrics is engagement. And like if your livelihood, like if your income is tied to that, of course you're gonna obsess over it.
Oh yeah.
Of course. It occupies my mind, and I don't like my page is my personal page. Like I have no desires to do anything with it. But if I did want to venture out to create like a business or whatever, and I was using Instagram or YouTube or whatever as like a marketing platform of sorts,
Yeah.
I could see myself so getting sucked into that.
Oh yeah.
And trying to optimize and tweak any little thing. Like, am I posting at the right time of day? Like, all that kind of stuff. So no, to come back, to circle back to the question. Yeah. Like I've definitely, like, social media has become something that I'm a consumer of it. I don't produce, like I rarely post. That's number one. And number two, when I go to Instagram, for example, right? Like I just, because of the way that the algorithm is used to like keep your attention, and because I know how like a bit of a slippery slope it can be, when I open up Instagram, I only use it for very specific things. Like my feed and my page is just sports, like I don't know, it's sports, and it's basically sports and sneakers and like watches, and that's really like that's kind of really it. Because I know that once you start going into other things, the algorithm does a good job of giving you more of that stuff. So with that being said, like what are your thoughts on like the algorithmic approach of like, hey, Timmy liked this dance video, I'm gonna give him nothing but more dance videos. Like, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I think it pigeonholes my interest, and like but maybe I guess because it's just like how they make money is through our attention. Like our attention is the currency. So I understand that why they went about this way and creating an algorithm to have people pay more attention to their platform and spend more time on it. So I get it, but then I guess like you said, I should maybe just find other ways to expand my horizon and interest. Maybe I should just go to Reddit, like web app, like their website, because I guess I'm assuming it's like Yahoo.com. Maybe I should just go to Yahoo.com, because like Yahoo.com, whatever is up there is not going to change for like a whole day or a few hours.
Yeah.
That's the day of this, and these are like, there's an economic section, and here's entertainment, and blah, 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 all that. Used to be, I think, a lot more traditional, like website and media, right? That's what it was. It's like a newspaper. Like you pick up a newspaper, and you can go through all these different sections and find what you like. But now it just became like, oh, so personalized. I'm only gonna show you, like, you don't give a shit about politics. Don't even worry about that. I just show you some nice butts. Like, go look at some butts. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna fucking look at butts for hours every day. Which is I mean, if you like butts, why not? But it's like you could do some other stuff too. Right.
I've noticed that, and I remember that. So I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I guess YouTube is I don't know if you could call it like social media. I'm a big, like, YouTube is like one of those websites that I spend a lot of time on in my personal time. I remember YouTube, I would go every day after school. I would go to youtube.com, and you go to like the homepage, and it would rank videos based on the number of views it's had. So you can sort videos by saying, what's been the most popular videos today? And it'll go like, this video had the most views, so it's like ranked number one. And then, like, you can filter based on country, and you can filter based on the world. And I really like that, because it was like a good way to potentially explore different things. Because when things are like, when content bubbles up just based on the number of views, like, yes, you're just exposed to things that have kind of gone viral, but it also was like an equalizer in the sense of like, if this video about this topic blew up on the other side of the world, I would be exposed to that just because I'm looking at the most popular views. I remember when they switched to like trending or something like that. I disliked it, because like I thought that it kind of filtered out a bunch of stuff that I like. because one of the benefits of going to YouTube and like filtering based on views is I'm open. Like I could potentially see shit that I would never be exposed to, right?
Mm,
But with the algorithm thing, it's like you said, it's like I'm kind of bad, but like I don't want to just look at I don't want to just look at like basketball
yeah,
highlights. I don't want to just
yeah.
look at this thing, and it kind of gets boring, and I
Mm,
really don't like that. I know I'm kind of rambling all over, but Instagram, for example, recently for whatever reason, I guess because I've been looking at sneakers, my search page is a lot of sneakers, and I'm so tired of it. I'm like, I don't care, and it's just scrolling, and it's just fucking shoes, and I'm like I don't give a shit. And then it's happened a couple times where I'll be interested in something,
yeah.
I'll look into it, and then for the next couple of days, weeks, it's just the same shit, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it. But
Especially like Facebook. I don't even know because I guess it's all connected, or maybe they're actually listening through our device. But like, say, the freakiest things, it's like it's not even that freaky anymore. Like I would be talking to you about like, yo, Hope, I'm looking at trying to buy some dumbbells, right? If I say this now, later on, if I go on Facebook, I'm gonna see fucking all these like weights, dumbbells, and all that. Like it happens so often.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, but I don't even have like Facebook running.
No, but the
Um,
thing is, like, if you connect, when you log into websites, you can use
yeah,
Facebook to log in. Or if you like have a desktop open and you're logged into like one of the websites, you don't
yeah,
sign out and you continue searching. It all
yeah,
read like it'll read everything.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Well, so
I
let me ask
like,
you,
yeah, I tried like incognito mode, and then like I searched something, and then like maybe it's coincidence. Maybe I don't know.
well, even if incognito, you could like you have to like close all your browsers first and all that stuff. So let
Oh,
me ask you this then: these companies, Google's, I mean, their business model is run on advertisements, right?
yeah.
Specialized advertisements.
Yeah.
Do, do you like if you're looking for dumbbells? The idea is Tim's looking for dumbbells. I'm going to show him dumbbells. Is that something that like you just don't care for, or like is it too
Oh no,
creep or like
I appreciate it, but because like it saves me time. And like actually like Facebook has shown me some advertisement that like Google search has not brought up as one of like top searches.
hmm,
Like say like I would actually go to Google and like dumbbells, and it will show me like at the top, like they show me like in thumbnails, right? Like it shows me all the different places,
yeah,
and I can like scroll. And then I could also get like websites I can individually go. So like it like Facebook shows me things that I've never even seen before. And um and when I actually do search it on Google after seeing it, it was like, wow, this seems like a really good price. Like weird. And then I go search it, then it's like it does exist, but then it's like a little sketchy. And I'm like, there's like no reviews on this company. Like nobody has ever bought any equipment from this company.
hmm,
So I'm like, oh, this is like, I don't know, where are you getting these stuff? So I tend to trust Google a little bit more when it comes to like, because like they seem to be pushing more of like a bigger company that I can actually find some reviews versus like Facebook just all over the place. I don't know what kind of algorithm they use to
right,
like
right,
push
right,
these
yeah, yeah,
advertisements. So
yeah.
Facebook, interesting because it's like to a certain degree, like I've never would have visited these stores website if it wasn't for Facebook.
Mhm.
Um, so sure, but then I definitely have way lower rate of purchasing something through Facebook personalized ads versus Google, which is more deliberate. Like I actually went to Google to find the product that I
I
wanted to
see.
buy, and then whatever they recommended seemed to be a little more trustworthy in my opinion.
Right, right, right. No,
Yeah, yeah.
so hold on a minute. Do you click on the advertisement links?
That Google shows me,
Yeah.
I do. I
Oh,
actually do because it's like it's nice. It's like it's a thumbnail, so like it saves me the time having to go to each specific like
I
website.
see, I see, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Because the interesting thing is, for me, like, I, if my eyes glaze over anything that has the word ad in it. Like, I do
Oh,
not click any of
really?
them. Yeah, like, I don't. I think it's just the way that I've used the internet. Google
Yeah,
when I Google things, like if it's ad, I don't even notice it. I just skip all over, because the way I think when you Google something, it goes advertisement, and then like your like the search results, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I never click on the ads.
Oh.
I just go straight to, I don't like, it's just something like,
So if it's ads and I click it, I'm costing one of those companies money because it's a search engine marketing. So SEM, like to get ad, you're actually buying that spot. So if I click it, so for example, I search for CIBC,
sure, yeah.
and then it will tell me CIBC ad, and then below exactly the same website but no ad.
Yeah.
If I click the ad one, CIBC gets charged by Google.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah, because
interesting.
like it was Google influencing me to click that ad
I
link
see,
versus me just clicking non-ad link, even though it's exactly the same.
That's fascinating. So I've been
Yeah,
saving companies money.
a lot of money.
Dang. Well, no, it's interesting. Like all these companies make their money off of advertising, but
Yeah,
I never click on ads. So like I don't know if,
I think
like,
they should just cut you off.
oh
Your
my
lost
god.
cause of like, why even show you stuff? This
Yeah,
guy's never
really.
gonna click it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I guess okay. And I like we spent some like the last half hour talking about our personal like experiences. Maybe like if you want to split this to like a part two, we could talk about like our thoughts on like the impact of social media on society
Yes.
as a whole. You know, data privacy is like in the last week, like 2 weeks ago, there was a whole Washington D.C. storming the Capitol kind of thing,
Oh yeah.
and since then, like today's January 17th, but since then, Facebook has banned the president.
Yeah.
Twitter has banned the
Twitter.
president.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this like all of these new like there's this website I guess called Parler. I'd never heard of it before, but I guess it was like a social media website used by like popular with extreme right wing like people.
Mm.
So I don't know if you've heard, but like web hosting services have just banned this website.
Really?
Yeah. Like Amazon Web Services, for example. So I guess this company was like paying money like for Amazon to host their website, like many other companies do.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think all of that is like a bigger subject if you want to talk about it next time
Yes, in part two.
in part two. Because
Sounds good.
like in today we focused on like our personal experiences
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to kind of get into? Like,
Oh no, we'll get into more in part two.
yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I think, okay, let me ask you this. To summarize, overall, if you were to summarize your view towards your personal like interactions with it, how would you summarize it? And like I asked you this question at the top, but like if you were to summarize.
Yeah. To a certain degree, I think it is helpful, but at the same time, it takes a lot of my time. So I don't know. For now, I have a very specific purpose why I'm using social media. So in my mind, it doesn't necessarily feel like that much of waste of time, but who knows? Maybe my perspective will change as I get older and I have like higher priorities.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it's like mutually beneficial relationship, in my opinion. What about you?
Yeah, I think ultimately, like even if I do get benefits, like it's just a big time suck. Like in my head, I don't think of it anything other than just me wasting time. Like that's like it's mindless. It's entertaining. You get the dopamine hit. But with that being said, Instagram I think can be very motivational. It can be inspiring. You know, like if you like want to get jacked, I'll like follow. Like I'll look up fitness people. I follow a lot of photography stuff, and that stuff's kind of really inspiring. So if I were to summarize, I'd say it's a time suck, but I don't feel like I don't view my use of social media other than it being kind of like a big time waste. It doesn't impact me in a negative way. Like you said, I go to these understanding that they're for a very specific purpose, and it's nothing more, it's nothing less. I don't get my news typically from social media sites. I go there knowing that like, oh, I'm just kind of bored and I'm just going to go on it. So, but yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Next, and in part 2, we could talk about our thoughts on the wider ramifications of it, because I think that's quite interesting.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. All right, man. Good chat.
Yeah. I'll talk to you next week.
I'll talk to you next week, man.
Bye.
Bye.